Well, all that I just said with the microphone muted. Oh, man, you gotta watch me. Okay, so let's start again. This is Dan, WX5WX from You So Silly Farmstead, live from the backyard. I'm just going through settings and figuring out how Restream works, and I have my cute assistant here, Freckles, and I was just commenting about how uh, I have a video where I'm using an Airboss antenna launcher to put up an dipole on a tree, and she was helping me. And lots of people were commenting about how she needs to be more in my videos because she's my cute assistant, right? Oop, there's somebody
I'm not really
pinging me
assistant.
here.
I'm his
But
daughter.
I can't believe I had the microphone muted. That sounds about like me. Um, let me just do this really quick. Sorry, and long story short, I'm gonna be trying to bring up uh and see if I can get my software, my radar software to work with it um, actually animating the loops and not just be, sitting there with a still image. So I was having some trouble with that earlier. That is what I'm doing right now. So with no further ado, let's get that going. I don't know why it's not wanting me to do that, but I'm going to make it do it anyway. So that's not really what I wanted to do. You're going to see an infinite amount of me here for just a minute. Let me bring this up and see. All right, so I'm monitoring it through a different system here through my phone just to make sure what I'm seeing.
Daddy, where are we?
And
Right there. I'm not.
yep, right there. Let's see here. Okay.
Does that say Oklahoma?
Hmm.
Where's Texas?
It's south in the camera, south down here on the video. So people can see us right now. Okay.
What?
So see, they're seeing us. It's going to probably. Yep, it's about a minute behind or so, but maybe it'll catch up. All right. So with that being said, I need to bring this up right here and figure out if there's a way. For some reason, it's not wanting to show my radar. So we're figuring this thing out yet. I don't know. Let me stop sharing for just a moment. Back to us. See there? It's us, isn't it? Let's see if it'll come up here. Excuse me as I figure this out. Sorry. It's better to get this figured out now than when I'm really, really needing it to work. So, hope you all are doing well. You should be able to submit a chat. I don't know how delayed it is. It seems to be maybe a minute or two delayed, so it may take me a second. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Let's see here.
Hey, look. It shows what we were just watching.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's allowing people to see what we're seeing. And
Video.
let's see. But I don't want it to do that. So what I'm going to do is something else here. Let's just stop sharing. I don't know why it's doing that. Hang on a second here.
Who is that?
All right, I am sorry. I had to end Nimrod Diaries. Thank you very much. I apologize for that error. We had a little family matter in the background that I had to go take care of. Of course, I tried a live stream. First time I do a live stream, and what do you know? That has to be an emergency, doesn't there? Family emergency. It really wasn't a big deal, but to a little girl, our other little girl, it was a big deal. So it was more of a feelings hurt type thing. But anyway, we're back, and I'm still trying to figure this thing out. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. All right, so let me see here. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what this thing is doing. I don't want that there. And the dogs are going crazy. Everybody's been cooped up here. We're in Oklahoma. We are approximately 50 miles or so from Oklahoma City, and it's been raining and raining, and we've all been cooped up, right?
For 3 days.
And I was a school teacher up till last week, so I'm off. I'm not teaching school anymore, going back to a different job. But anyway, long story short on that is that I'm off right now in between jobs, and so I've been home, right? And we've all been cooped up in the house, so we finally got a break from the rain, although it's still cloudy. I don't think you can see that. It's pretty cloudy there, but it finally stopped raining. Now let me see. Yeah, who else is out there? I'm not sure why it's still doing that. It's still asking me to do. Okay, let's try that. That's pretty weird. It's I'm starting to. Let's just do this right here. We'll just turn that off altogether. I don't know what even the dogs are going crazy tonight. Technical issues here. I don't know how I'm going to get this thing off the screen. You can't see it, but there it is. There's what I was looking for. I'm not sure why that was doing that, but I probably need to close some windows here. And yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. That was weird. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to probably go off here and come back because for some reason this thing is, let's see, I am sharing. It says I am sharing in another application window. So there's what we're, okay. Maybe I don't have to. Hang on. Aha. That's what I was looking for. Man, I am so sorry. I'm still getting used to this software. And apparently I was sharing something else there. And let's see. Yep, that's working. All right, cool. Sorry if you watch me as I stumble through all these settings and whatnot, trying to figure out how to use everything. But oh well, you can get a good laugh at me. That's okay. So we're gonna throw this into our toolbox of fun things to do with our YouTube channel. We'll do some live streams together, my wife and I. K5DSN. We do homesteading videos a lot, and I also do weather videos. We're both ham radio operators, if you didn't know that, and we help disseminate weather information from the National Weather Service during times of severe weather. So it seems to like the GR2 Analyst software. If I don't do like full screen with it, it actually will show the animation, which is what I want. So you guys are actually able to see it. And while I'm doing that, which is really nice, I don't know if anybody else is watching this or not. Sorry. That's the fun thing here. Yep, cool beans. All right. So it seems to be working. Turn that down. I don't want that to come through the audio there. So let's just do this. I can zoom in here. So what we're looking at here on the left hand, and I'm hoping this is working, and if it's not, then hey, please let me know in the chat box there. You should be seeing that. But what we're looking here on the left side is the base reflectivity of the, if you can see that on your screen, the KTLX, which is Oklahoma City's uh, radar site, their WSR-88D. And then on the right-hand side here, we're looking at the base velocity. So I don't even need that tonight. There's really nothing. I would normally look at that if I were going to look for strong winds, either rotation or even a strong bow echo, which we finally calmed down here. Looks like everywhere is actually calmed down. There's no active severe thunderstorm warnings or anything like that. There is flash flood warnings in Florida. I'm not sure where GM is. I'm trying to think of that. Probably a marine warning of some sort. Let's see. So I'm going to go to one screen, one panel here. That's all we really need tonight. And then you can see a little better overview of Oklahoma. So that's just about the whole state of Oklahoma there, except for way over here would be the Panhandle and the extreme southern portion. I'm almost down to the Red River. I don't know if I can zoom out one more. There we go. Now you can see, if you're looking at the screen right now, we've got Oklahoma City right here, and then Tulsa, Oklahoma up here to the northeast, and then, of course, Arkansas and Missouri, and so on. So this is going to work good, I think. I hope you guys can see it okay, and of course, I'll be able to zoom in if we're looking at one area of concern. We can zoom right in here so you guys can look at that too. That seems to be the most moderate amount of precipitation we have here in Oklahoma right now. It looks like it's up in Noble and Garfield counties, and it's still very light. If we have anybody on here that is on them, maybe you can tell us if it's raining up there, if it's really making it down to the surface. So as I go here, let's see, here's Oklahoma City down here at the bottom of the screen. The radar's right there. Okay. If I just take my arrow here with my pointer and I just go right up here, I am on the lowest tilt, which is 0.5. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, it will tell you the bearing from the radar and the distance. So that's 356 degrees approximately from the radar, and it's 69.28 miles. Now, a cool thing is too is that where I'm looking, it also tells me the decibels, right, where it was pointed. So as I leave it up there, you guys can't, if you look down there to the bottom right here in this area, when I do that, you'll see that as the radar moves, it shows what is the current as it moves, reflectivity strength in dBZs or decibels. Okay. And then to the right of that, it's the elevation that the radar beam is seeing in that area. So it's about 6,500 feet off the ground, that far out. That's the lowest that radar can see. Let's see, anything else I can tell you about this. You can see it's rotating counterclockwise as that low pressure system kind of moves over the state of Oklahoma. It should be exiting tomorrow with an increase in the heat rather rapidly. It's pretty cool right now. Let me see what my handy dandy app tells me it is here at the nearest airport, which is Shawnee. It is 54 degrees, rounded up to 55 degrees tonight. So it's pretty chilly out here. As you can see, Freckles and I both have jackets on. So it's a little chilly, but it's nice to get out of the house a bit. We've been cooped up for 3 days. So let's see. Let me go back over here and make sure nobody is sending a message here. I do appreciate Nimrod Diaries. I'm not sure, is that maybe, is that you, Jacob? I don't know who that was, but maybe I'll see you later, and we'll find out who that was. So I'm going to try one more thing here. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good on the screen coverage. I'm just kind of going back and forth, making sure it's doing what I wanted to do. I do have my Anytone 868 DMR handheld tonight out here with me. Okay, so we are on. Let me see if you can see that. We are on, well, as soon as the volume gets out of there, We are on Oklahoma weather. HS stands for hotspot. That's how I have it programmed. And that is Talkgroup 31408 on the Brandmeister network. If you are following us on repeaters that are located in Oklahoma, I believe almost all of them don't. There might be a few that do not cover us as static, but almost all of them cover us as static on time slot 1. So make sure you put that kind of in your brain, because a lot of the local time slots are the more statewide and regional are tend to be on time slot 2. But we didn't want to mess with or interfere with the Aries net that might be occurring on time slot 2 if we're dealing with severe weather. So we requested time slot 1 be used, and that's what they did. And of course, I'm using a hotspot, so it really doesn't matter for me because I'm using my own. All right, I'm going to try a demo if you guys are watching. We'll see if anybody's out there listening to 31408. Maybe Joe's out there now. He might even be watching. I don't know. I'm still learning how this thing works, everybody. You have to bear with me. So here we go. KF5S. This is WX5WX on Oklahoma weather 31408. Now, he may just be getting home from work. I don't know. We're going to find out here in a minute. Looks like it's 750. At 750, KI5. Let's see who that was. Sorry, popped in there. I don't know. I missed that one. KI5 QHM was active on here. It shows on the network. So that's cool. Right? Yeah, you can't kerchunk and not be found out about nowadays, right? Not with DMR anyway. So I mean, I think Joe may not even be home yet. Let me see if anybody else. Is anybody monitoring the talk group 31408 Oklahoma weather for a quick radio check, as I'm probably about maybe 25 or to 30 yards away from my hotspot, just trying it out. WX5WX. We'll see what that does here. So hope you guys are all having a... Oh.
WX5WX is KP4DJT, your Q5 there, Dan.
All right, Chuck. I am live on the air from my backyard, so I was just making sure. So people around the world might have just heard you on YouTube. So I sent the link to the stream there in the weather chat, and I think the weather chat. But anyway, you are now on the air and live in multiple ways. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Glad to know I'm hitting it from the backyard. WX5WX.
Daddy, I know why you guys like making videos. Because the people watch it and they say, cool, man, those videos are cool. And then they gave us money.
WX5WX is KP4DJT. Well, I'm hoping we're seeing the end of this. I think they've had more than 8 inches here at this location. The arc is constructed and ready to float.
Yes, sir. We didn't get that much, but I saw you guys getting trained over and over last night and the night before. We ended up getting a break, but then it picked up again this morning. We ended up with 4.1 inches here, so I guess about half as much as you did there. Over.
KP4DJT. Yeah, last night the sum of the 2 previous days was 7.19 inches, and just a minute here. See here, there. Well, I thought I shut that thing off. Just a second. KP4DJT. And then today's rainfall was 1.1, so that makes it 8.29 inches total.
Well, man, that's quite a bit of rain. I don't know. I suppose you needed it. I don't know if you needed that much at one time, but hey, I guess we better take it while we can get it, because it may be shutting off the spigot here very soon. So, well, all right, very good. Well, thank you very much. I'm just streaming my radar and myself here, trying to see how this particular software I'm using is called Restream is going to work for stuff like this, and it looks like it's going to work pretty well once I get the how-tos out of the way. So, well, 7-3, have a good one. Stay dry out there. It's starting to finally dry off here. Like I said, I'm in the backyard enjoying myself with my sweatshirt on. WX5WX.
WX5 WX KP4DJT and Oklahoma weather. All right there. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow drying up.
I'll be in the garden tomorrow.
And yeah,
weeding.
8+ inches of rain has not been a good thing. I mean, it was good, but it would have been better, much better spread out, not all in one fell swoop. You have a great evening there, and sound like you're going well with your streaming there. It's KP4DJT and Oklahoma weather be clear.
All right, 7-3, sir. Yeah, I'll be streaming live from the garden, I think, tomorrow, weeding. We'll see you later. 7-3, WX5WX on Oklahoma weather. Be listening. All right, so there was Cuck, KP4DJT, one of our local amateur radio operators that is involved in our DMR operations, and we do appreciate him. He is very active in the tech support area of our operation, keeping us up and running in the network and telling us new cool things coming out and whatnot. So we appreciate that. Sorry about my raggedy old hat. I was going to throw my ARRL one on, and I just came out here and threw it on. So, and my raggedy old work hat that I used to work in the garden with. So, well, all right. I think this is going to work if I can duplicate it over and over and over. Of course, it does suck the battery on my little laptop here as we go along, but I do have power sources out here in the yard, so I can do that too. We also have a GoPro that we figured out how to do live streams on that as well, but I like this because I can sit down and stream my screen and you guys can see the radar, so that's kind of cool. Let me take a look here. The way you guys are seeing this, you're not able to see the warnings. Let me do this here real quick and bring this up. There's really not a whole lot going on. Let me see if that helps a little bit. There are times where this little warning tag deal is going to be, loaded all the way down here on the screen. But for right now, there's not a whole lot going on. Just Florida and GM. I need to figure out where that's at. Let's just point and click here. It'll take us right there. That's one of the cool things about this particular software is it will do that. It's loading up the data right now, and I'm sure it's taking a little longer just because I'm doing a lot of things and they're in there watching TV. Let me see. Yeah, that's a flash flood warning for that one. And then let's go to this one here. Let's see, special marine warning. That's what that's called. Okay. I'm still learning some of those warnings I'm not used to seeing. So it's a Gulf marine warning, it looks like, for this stuff down here. Let me let that load up. But off the coast, out here in the panhandle of Florida. Right here is Florida and Alabama and Georgia, right? So you got Georgia here on the screen. You got the little finger of Alabama right there, and Mississippi, and Georgia and Florida right here. So it's off the coast of Florida down here. Let me just zoom right in there. There. Hopefully you're seeing the loop now. I'm going to zoom right in there so you can see that just off the coast. So here's the coastline is right here, right? And then, of course, out here's the ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, and it goes and extends out here. So you're looking at that. So seems to be working pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I could, and obviously if we're doing some severe weather event here locally, I might even stream in a little bit, or rather zoom in a bit more than that. We could zoom in, take a serious look at that particular cell. So you guys can really see that on your screen as well. I'm glad this thing is animating now. I think the key was it did not like to have it in full screen mode. So if I just size it, it seems to be a lot happier with me. That's the only thing I did differently that I know of. So I don't know. I hope that's gonna work here. Let's see. Anybody chatting? Nope, nobody in the chat right now. It is starting to cool off a bit. I think Freckles and I are just about to go in the house, I think, pretty soon. What? Yeah, it's getting pretty cold. Yeah, you can go in the house, sweetheart, if you want. No? We'll stay out here with Daddy. I think she wants to stay with me. But this is cool. I'm looking forward to, hopefully in the future, my live streams will be a little more professional as I know what I'm doing a bit more. And I've actually got a topic at hand that we can talk about. Maybe you guys can even come in the chat and, you know, have any kind of questions or comments we can discuss. I'll try to bring Brandy in here and she can discuss farm life. Her latest endeavor is she is making clothing for children, for girls and women, dresses specifically, and she's really good at that. I think she made her first dress when she was 8 years old. Me, as many of you know, if you've been following it all, and of course we've been incognito for a while just because we've been so busy, and I'm looking forward to getting back active again. But anyway, and this laptop's probably going to die pretty soon, so I'm going to get out of here. But anyway, I was working as a school teacher for the last 2 years, and previously before that, I was an airline pilot in 2019. I'm not going back to flying for the airlines. It's just too much being gone. Life for the pilots right now is miserable, as probably many of you know, and I just really don't want to miss out on my kids growing up. To be honest, there's a lot of work to do around here, and so with that being said, I did have an interview the other day, and it looks like I'm going to be, at least for now. I don't know that it'll be my final destination, but at least for now, I'm going to be working at the FAA Academy, Air Traffic Control Academy, as what they call a remote pilot operator. Kind of being the students have to work with a pilot, right? So they can understand what they're doing, and I'm going to be the pilot. So I'll try not to make their lives too miserable. That's what I'm going to be doing probably fairly soon, next month or so. After that, I don't know. I wouldn't mind a gig at the FAA. I think that'd be great if I could get on there as an inspector or something like that and do that and be home with the family on the weekends and in the evenings. That would be wonderful. So anyway, with that, guys, this thing is just about dead. I'm definitely going to have an external power source if I'm going to be out here doing this very much. You guys have a great night. Thank you very much for putting up with my crazy live stream with no particular subject except trying to get this thing working and knowing how Restream works. Y'all have a great night. Take care. I think the weather's going to be better the next several days here in Oklahoma. No more rain for a few days, and it sounds like Chuck got almost 8 inches of rain over there in his location in Edmond. So 7-3. Take care. From, as we say in ham radio, 7-3. That's best regards. My call sign is WX5WX. Dan at You So Silly Farmstead. Thanks. Look forward to hanging out with you in the future.